Okay, folks, this is a site called Tropical Tidbits, and I know nothing about weather, I know nothing about hurricanes, I know nothing about patterns or anything like that, okay? But I've been visiting these sites for the last 3 years now, and about 2 years maybe. Um, so anyway, the things I'm looking at is at Teddy. Now, I will be posting the site that I'm visiting here in the description, along with someone you can watch and follow. He's really quite brilliant at what he does. Also, the gentleman who does Tropical Tidbits, he's really brilliant as well. When you first go into the site of Tropical Tidbits, he also has a YouTube channel, and the front page is pretty much this. And the latest update video is usually right here. You can follow him on Twitter and Facebook. He's really smart, this guy. Really, really smart. So, and as you can see here, beta to bring heavy rains to Texas and Louisiana. That's another, this is right there. And Teddy, which is the thing I'm going to be showing you, because I live in Nova Scotia, to bring severe impacts to Southeast Canada. Now, here's the forecast models here, and we're just going to go to regions here and go to North Atlantic. That's Teddy right there. That's the scumbag system that's going to hit us. And yes, I do call them scumbags. So we're going to be going through several of all of this to see exactly the tracking and that sort of thing. But the further out, like, we're still too far out. They know it's going to hit Nova Scotia. They just don't know if it's going to turn a left or take a right yet. But they do know that the path is right toward Nova Scotia. Now let's zoom in to find Nova Scotia, shall we? That's hidden right now with... There's Nova Scotia right there. Right there. I happen to live right there. Right in there. Right in the armpit. Okay. Let's zoom in even further so we can get a better look here. That's Teddy, like I said. So what we're going to be doing... Oh, crap, Oli. Let's make sure we start off at 006 hours. This here, I'm also going to be opening up knots to kilometers per hour. Okay. Because some of this information is going to be giving us the knots. This is giving us the location northwest. Okay, so let's go in all the way. Alright. This is starting off at 006 hours. And this is the path it's going to take. That is from Sally, which is going to be dumping rain. It's in 6 hours. It's coming over us right now. So from 0 now to 6 hours, that's what it's going to look like, and then 12 hours, because it's a 6-hour jump. Now that's Teddy. There's Bermuda right there. That little dot. Okay. And it's going to swing up and around to the right. Now it's this, that right there. That's going to kick us. That's going to hit us hard, boy. Now it does something really kind of weird. It goes to the left, and then swings to the right, and then to the left, northeast again. It's really a weird little thing. You see that? But that's hitting right on, square on the armpit of where I'm at. And we're going to start feeling the winds way out here, actually. Right out there, maybe. But you'll see. It's going to devastate us. Now, these numbers, I had to read up on it a little bit. These numbers, that's the barometer. I think it's barometer, 955. And the lower the numbers, the stronger the winds. Okay, at least that's how it explained it on some website for me. Okay, like I said, I don't know. I'm ignorant. Okay, so, but this is what the experts are telling us right here. Okay. So Nova Scotia is going to get hit. So as it hits here, okay, the outer bounds, that sort of thing. That's 6 hours. It's 12 hours. 18 hours. So this thing's going to be more than a day. Easy. It's going to be striking at us for like 2 days straight. That's exactly what that's going to be doing. Now that's according to the GFS. That's the American one. Now if we go to ECM, I don't know which one that is, but this is what, I have no idea. That could be, I don't know if it's European, but here's Teddy here. Okay? And knots and winds. Okay, let me see. The knots aren't being listed, so I can't see them. But I can. How long is there? Okay, there is. Okay, let's go 00. That's 24 hours, 48 hours. Okay. So like I said, that's Teddy right there. And okay, that's at. See how the path is not as the GFS? Let's go and take a look right there. Now, because it's such a jump in between time, the GCF or what, or the other one, the GFS, right? Okay, is 6 hours. This is 24 hours, so it jumps for 24 hours. It'll jump to there. But the pattern is, but the location that it attracts right there, it hits here. Okay, the GFS hits right here and does something squirrely. It bends, brings around, but well, whatever. Okay, so it's a little bit more to the east, but still, we're getting hit. There's no two ways about it. We're just going to get nailed. That right there does very little, next to nothing. We're still going to get swamped. So anyway, let's go back and get it to the next one. The GFS we already have. GFS para. Okay, let's see. It's six hour spread. Okay. Now these here's the wind. I think those are the, like, I don't know if those have to do with the wind. I think they do. But the strength of the wind itself and the rotation, I don't know. I'd say that's what they are, but I don't know. Now the path is the same as the GFS at the beginning. It goes to, that's as far as it's going to go. That right there is about as, they're still updating these. Okay, no, it's 114. They're still updating this, so I should be able to check back an hour from now or whatever, and it should give me more of an information as to where that's going to be landing there for that. So don't want to do that. Let's pull it back. Let's go to the CMC, which I have no idea who that is. I have no idea. This is every 6 hours. Okay. I have no idea what country takes care of that. I have no idea. See, now that follows really close to the GFS version. Very, very close. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just checking something. Okay. So that really follows the GFS version. Nav gem, no idea who looks after that. Now this is, I don't know what the blue means. I don't know what any of that means, but it still has the little hooks there, whatever that means. But like I said, that could be the pattern of the winds and where they're going, rotation and speed. Now, okay, that's the max. That's all the update we got for that right now. But as you can see, that, let's go 000, which is now, I think. My time right now. See, well, it depends on what is this? September 16th, 00Z, Wednesday, September 16th. Okay, so that hasn't updated in a while. All right. Okay, this here, that can't be Teddy. Is that Teddy? How can they make a track like that when everything else is different? That can't be Teddy. Is that Teddy? No. That's an old track. Because, like I said, I've been following this for a while, and that was one of the tracks that it was supposed to take. See, geez, that's so difficult to understand. Okay, let's go down to, that's Nabgem. Let's go Icon. I have no idea who does that. Let's go 000. Okay, that's Teddy. I have no idea what I'm actually looking at. This was updated Monday, September 21st. And that takes a different track. And now, see, it takes a different track. The GFS comes in through here. It hooks into here. It goes here. Like that. I know the effects are wonderful, aren't they? Alright. Either way, we're getting hammered. Nova Scotia is going to get impaled. It's simple as that. Okay, this one here does 24-hour period. I don't know what the red means or the orange. I have no idea, folks. Okay, or the yellows. I have no idea. So that's how it's tracking. That's Teddy, by the way. There's Bermuda. Smack dab right into us. But it takes a different track. That's a 24-hour period. So it jumps from here to here, but that doesn't mean it doesn't follow like this, through this way. Okay? Either way, like I said, Nova Scotia is going to get hammered. Let's go down to WW3, which I have no idea what that is either. This is obviously the wind direction, I suppose. The wind path, like the wind, whatever. I'm just looking to see exactly. Oh, what's the period of time on this? 6 hours, 3 hours, every 3 hours. Okay, so let's go up. That's Teddy, by the way. I don't know if you can't miss it. It's freaking huge. It's this thing here that slingshots it. Right here, because that's Sally, right? That's the remnants of Sally, which is a pile of poop anyway. It slingshots it. That's what slingshots it into Nova Scotia. You see how that grabs it? This is what some of the other people were talking about a few days ago. They recognize that this, from Sally, this tail bitch here, of the bitch, grabs it and slingshots it into Nova Scotia. And that's what causes it to go in. Okay? And it's because of Sally. If Sally didn't exist, that would not be, that most likely would not be slingshotted into Nova Scotia. But because of Sally being a bitch that it is, slingshots it. And even if it didn't have anything to do with Sally, I still blame Sally. Okay? I'm so angry. But there's nothing you can do. I mean, that's just the way it is, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at something else. We're going to do, this is the ensemble, which I don't know what any of this means here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go hurricane, HWF. We're going to track Teddy. Alright, depending on what's going on here. This is Teddy here. Now this is where it tells you the knots, the max wind speed. Alright, right now in this particular location at 0000. Okay, that's why I pulled up the other thing for that, from knots to kilometers per hour. Right now it's telling me 117. Now this is probably a rough estimate. I don't know how they even just know the speed of these things without sending an aircraft in it or something. But it's 117 knots. So right now at 117, it's 218 kilometers per hour. If we go to miles per hour, it's 135. Okay, so let's go back. Let's see if how close it gets to Nova Scotia first off. Okay, there's Bermuda. I can't. There's Nova Scotia. All right, there's the coast of Nova Scotia. What we're going to do is pull it off of Nova Scotia for a second. That's 947, and the knots, that's 86 knots. Okay, so you got 86 knots. Obviously, it's losing power, so that's still 159.272 kilometers per hour. If you go to miles per hour, that's 98 point. That is still high. Okay, that's incredibly high. So let's go to Nova Scotia. Right now, it's saying 71 knots. Okay, we'll do 71 knots. I just want to keep you guys, that's 81 miles per hour, and that's 131 kilometers per hour. Okay, let's get to Nova Scotia. We'll do one more tap. That's 55. Obviously, it's over colder water. Now, you have to remember this. I don't know who does HWRF. I have no idea. Okay? But right now, it's pushing at 55.4 kilometers, or knots, I mean. So, remember, this is probably an estimate. By that, way before it even hits Nova Scotia, they'll probably have planes going in, because I do know Halifax sends out a lot of planes to monitor hurricanes that are about to hit us. But this is probably just a rough estimate, maybe. You know, maybe they're getting those winds now from the barometer, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, so what's the number here? That's 55.4. So we'll do 55.4. That's still 102 kilometers per hour, and that is 63.75318 miles per hour. Now, this track is not the same as the GFS. Okay, there should be a GFS one here. Yeah, we'll be getting to that because it's going to be different. But you can see that its track is going up this way, right? Where the GFS goes from here up. And it's like, it just hits us like a friggin', anyway. So that's what this, okay, that there is 5. That's really the eye right there. Well, the thing is, the eye could be, I don't even know where the eye is, but I'm just looking at the L, and I suspect that that's telling me that that's the center. That's all I'm going by. So the knots here is 49.6, so it's weakening. And as it goes up, it's going to be weakening even more. And then, of course, Newfoundland's getting hammered, but it's going to be I don't know, whatever they call it, post-tropical or whatever. Okay, so let's go to the hurricane one here, HWRFP, which I have no idea. Let's go to Teddy. All right, there it comes. Okay, that's when it's going to start hitting us there. It doesn't even matter for the times. All I'm interested in now is in the knots of the winds right here. So that's hitting Nova Scotia. Now that's starting to curve to the left and then goes to the right and goes head in. So the knots are 50. See, it shows itself. It's strong here. We are going to be getting the winds. The winds are going to be flashing through. You see how wide that is? How that sucker's just whipping? Now, this is another thing I don't understand. That's the max wind, so I suspect closer to the center, the faster, the stronger the winds, right? Makes sense. I don't know what these little hookies things mean. Like, what's the number of the hooks there? I don't know. Like, I have no idea. You know, it's funny. I've been following this particular fellow. I'm going to show you who the fellow is here that I follow. I trust him. I like him. He's smart. He's really smart. Like, these guys are really smart. But I follow him, and I follow, of course, Tropical Tidbits. He's brilliant. Hurricane Track, and I'll be putting his link in there as well. And he updates. He goes out all the time, sets up cameras. He follows the United States. He wants to come into Canada and Nova Scotia to do his work, but because he's from the States and our borders are closed to any Americans, of course it's going to be a handful, right? So he can't go in. He's not allowed in here to do his work. And I wish he was able to come in here. Because we need people like him here as well. So anyway, getting back to it, as you can see, as it comes into Nova Scotia, all right, right there. Oh crap! What did I just do? Okay, hold on. Okay, right there, the winds are calming itself down, but we're looking at say 59.9. It's actually right up. 68 miles per hour. No, that's not what I want. Kilometer 110. That's still, like, we're gonna have down trees. We're gonna have power outages and all of that stuff. So that's for sure for that. Now we're gonna go to a different one now. This one's HWRF. HWRFP. Okay, that's HWPRP. HMON, I have no idea. So that's another agency, which is, sorry for my coughing. This is just on the edge of Nova Scotia there. Okay. So we're gonna take a look, see here. That's at 79. That's at 90. That's higher than what it was earlier. I wish I can, yeah, see, I can't zoom in to see exactly where that's hitting Nova Scotia. What is the time scale on this? That's 3 hours. Okay, that gives me a better idea. So 3 hours. Okay, it's just that's the coast of Nova Scotia there. All right. So we're back 3 hours. We're going ahead of 3 hours, and the current for the strongest winds at that point is 79.8. I don't know what the winds are on the outside. So 79.8. No. That's 147 kilometers per hour. So, okay. Let's go and open another web. Let's do a search here. Hurricane speeds for, what was it? We'll just delete that for now. 147 kilometers. 147 kilometers per hour. What is the speed of a category? Oh, gee, I don't want that. Hurricane wind scale. Okay, let's do that. That's category 1 is 119. A category 2, we're in 147. So it's a category 2, or close to. It's between a category 1 and category 2. Okay. That scares me. Anyway, okay. Let's see what the winds give us here. That's 75. So it's going to be less. Closer as we go. But how strong is this puppy? Really? That's 97. We're going to get the winds, like Nova Scotia's way up here, right? And where this is 3 hours, each time you press is 3 hours past. So we're going to be getting whipped. It's going to be a nasty time, folks. It just is. I mean, no matter, unless there's a miracle by God himself, there's no way that this is going to miss us. So, okay, let's go to the next one. The GFS is the one I'm really, the Americans and the Europeans are really good at this. They're really, really smart at this, unless Trump has done something to the GFS, which wouldn't surprise me, really. Oh, is that the one I've already had, is GFS? Okay. That's H1. Okay, hold on. Let's go to Teddy. Okay, the GFS. There we go. I trust the GFS. And I trust the European one. Okay, so right now, just off the coast, 92. It's a lot different from what it was said into the other one, right? But I do trust the GFS, like I said, unless Trump has filled it with people who really don't, like to say there's no such thing as hurricanes or something like that. So that's okay. What's the time scale on this? Every 6 hours, is it? Yeah, every 6 hours. So 6 hours. Okay, that's 6 hours, and the current speed of this puppy is 92. So we'll do 92.5. 92.5. That's 171, guys. Kilometers per hour. That's a category. That's category 2 right there. Just slightly below a category 3. Okay. So that's 75. 6 hours from that point to this point. 75.6. So what is this? 75.6. That's 140. That's still a category 1. As you can see here, that's a category 1. And that's sustained winds. That's not gusts. Okay? It could mean you can get gusts, you know, up to a category 2. And we all know what those gusts, but sustained winds? Ay, 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 man. That's bad. Okay, 73, 6 hours in. Look how much closer we are. These winds are just whipping in. This is a strong wind coming in. They're just whipping in here. And that's why it's really quite dangerous. Boy, I tell you, that's a 73.6. Okay? That's not too much. That's 136. That's still a category 1. And that, like I said, doesn't include gusts. Okay? And that's how close that is. They're just whipping in here now. This, okay, look how close now. 65.4. That's 121. That's still a category 1, guys. That's just above a category. That's slightly above. That's a category 1. All right, but like I said, doesn't include. So we are going to be getting hit for several hours with sustained winds, less at the beginning because you're out on the outer bands, but we're going to be hitting with rain. We're going to be hitting with everything. I mean, it's just, this is not going to be nice for us. And bango, that's where I'm at. We're right in close. Okay? Nova Scotia is, where are you, little Nova Scotia? I used to know just by looking real fast, but it's there. That's Halifax right there. I believe that's Halifax, I think. Yeah, that's Halifax right in there. Because that's Bedford Basin, if I'm not mistaken, but that's Halifax. Halifax is right here. Dartmouth is here. Bedford's this way. Anyway. Enough of the geography lesson, I guess. 65.4. 121. That's sustained winds. Hits here at 54 knots. That's 100. Now it's below a category 1, but we're still going to be getting hit by gusts. So all of this is going to be whipping. This is way here, and this is what we're going to be getting whipped with. Okay, Nova Scotia. Like this is the direction of the wind. This is obviously direction of the wind and the strength of the wind. This is where Halifax is going to be. It's going to be coming from the southwest or southwest or something like that. We're going to be getting hit from the west. I mean, the west is right directly where I'm facing my computer monitor right now. It's where the sun sets. So this thing's going to be striking us all directions. This is passing through. 6 hours from now. Of course, Newfoundland's getting smacked, but we'll see how far this goes so we can see what Nova Scotia or Newfoundland's going to get. Right now, the knots are 46. That's 85. Still going to be beating the crap out of us. I live in where there's tons of trees. I mean, we're talking trees like are 200 feet. Okay. I happen to have a whole row of trees right beside the right of my house, which are 200 feet. The height of them is incredible, and they're maple trees. Yes, these suckers are huge, man. These suckers are massive, and they're right beside my home. So I'm expecting to get. Anyway, let's not go there. Don't even want to think that. God willing, we'll get through it. Okay, so the winds are still quite high. 6 hours out of that. Okay, the winds are going to be lighter, of course, but by that time, power's out. Well, geez, power's out way back here. But the power's out, you know, places are flooded. Shoreline, just absolute devastation. That's what's going to end up happening. And, you know, even though I don't know anything about what I'm really talking about, I can actually look at this and go, okay, well, I can go by the information. Now, we're so far back, though, you have to also keep in mind, too, this is Friday evening, right? The storm's not going to really hit us until maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll probably, I don't know, Wednesday? Can't tell. I really don't know. But we are going to be getting smacked. And anyway, there's no reason for us to go any further with the other sites. This is really depressing me. Yeah, it's really depressing me. But look in the description. I'll be posting this one here, and my other. All you have to do is knots to kph or miles per hour, and you'll see this, and then you can tap in your own stuff. I check on this like 9-10 times a day on all of it constantly. I'm always constantly looking at it. I'll play a game, watch this, you know, look through all the images and everything else, trying to understand it better. But Nova Scotia is going to get hit. All of Nova Scotia is going to get hit. So all I can really tell you, man, is to stock up, because the power is going to go out. I have no idea how long. Take this seriously. But I mean, if you guys, I mean, you know, some of you folks have, you know, those trailers that you pull behind your car or whatever, or, you know, take off, get out of here. I don't know. You see, this terrifies me. The fact of the matter is, we can't leave here. I have nowhere to go. And where I live, there's no shelters. There are no stadiums you can go to. There's nothing. There's nothing we can go to. We have to bear it, grin it, and, you know, take it, and God willing, He'll help us. If not, then, you know, we're going to get banged. It's as simple as that. Like I said, look in the description. I'll be leaving my sites for you. Actually, what I'll do is I'll copy this as well into the description, along with this site and this gentleman I spoke about, who I really trust. I'll listen to what he says, and he's usually we got an update for Tropical Tidbits. Okay, that's a video. He's really, like I said, one of the smart ones. And I will also be adding the link to Hurricane Tracks. But this guy is really smart. He knows what he's talking about, but he also allows himself the room to make an error. You know, he's really down to earth, and listen to him. And this is the guy who puts up cameras all over the place. It's too bad we can't let him in Nova Scotia, because this could really give him some data. So, good solid data to work with. And oh well, COVID. Take care, folks. Also let you know too, so I'm not making this video to scare you. I'm just not, because right now I'm scared to death. I'm terrified. So, because I can lose everything. We're insured, but the way insurance companies are, am I insured for hurricanes? You know, hey, we're insured for terrorism. Can you believe that or not? I don't know if we're insured for hurricanes. I don't know. We pay an awful lot in insurance, though. But I have no idea. You know what insurance companies are like. If a tree falls on your home, they desperately try to call it an act of God, so they can get out of paying you. So I don't trust insurance companies to help out. I really don't. Anyway, folks, like I said, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not a professional at any of this. I know nothing. I'm ignorant. but I know how to look at something and go, okay, well, this is tracking up this way. I mean, that's obvious. But I also have to keep in mind that this is Friday. All right? The tracking system will, the information on these things will be better as time gets closer to it. So right now it could flip off. Who knows where, right? Anyway, take care, folks. Have a good one.